Hello students, now we will start with new topic structural organization in animals. Under this chapter, we will start with animal tissues. So here coming to definition of a tissue can be defined as group of cells which are similar in origin, in structure and in function. Later, these cells can split their work, that is termed as division of labor, that we will see later. But starting with tissue is defined as a group of cells that are similar in origin, structure and function. Later, these tissues are organized into special structures called as organs. Later, basing on the functions and the similarities, some organs are fused together to form into organ system. Later, these organs are combined or fused into and they are set into one complete organism. So, tissues are combined to form an organ. These organs later form into organ system. Few organ systems, they comprise into organism. Study of tissues is called as histology, and father of histology is Bichette. Study of tissues is called histology. Next, father of histology is Bichette. B-I-C-H-E-A-T. Next, detailed study of tissues is also termed as microscopic anatomy. Detailed study of tissues is termed as microscopic anatomy. Founder of this microscopic anatomy is Marcello Malpighi. Basing on the functions and the similarities, tissues are basically of 4 different types. One is epithelium or epithelial tissue. Next one, connective tissue. Third one, muscular tissue. And fourth one, nervous tissue. Based on structures and different functions, tissues are of 4 different types. One is epithelium. It is also said as epithelial tissue. Second one, connective tissue. Third one, muscular tissue. Fourth one, nervous tissue. Coming to first one, epithelial tissue. Epithelial tissue can be defined as the tissue which is arranged on other tissue is termed as epithelium or epithelial tissue, because here epithelial or epithelium tissue is located on connective tissue. Between the epithelium tissue and connective tissue there is basement membrane, other type of layer. So the tissue that grows on other tissue. During embryonic stage, epithelium or epithelial tissue is the first tissue that is originated. Is the first layer or first embryonic layer that is developed. So epithelium is the first embryonic layer out of the 3 embryonic layers. During embryonic development, there are 3 different types of layers. We call them as germ layers. One is ectoderm, mesoderm and endoderm. So first one is ectoderm. So ectoderm is also termed as epithelial tissue or epithelium. Next, power of regeneration means if any damage happens to any of the part of epithelium, it is having highest regeneration capacity. But here there is another tissue, nervous tissue. Nervous tissue is not having the power of regeneration. Epithelial tissue has highest power of regeneration. Nervous tissue, no power of regeneration. This epithelium, it has 2 opposite sides. One side it is connected to the body fluid. Other side it is connected to outermost surface of the body or towards the environment. So epithelium tissue is connected to body fluids on one side and outer surface towards environment or surroundings on other side. Here, body fluids includes extracellular fluid and also intracellular fluid. Below epithelium tissue is present the connective tissue. Among 4 different types of tissues, epithelial tissue is the only tissue in which all the layers are arranged in a uniform way or uniform layer. epithelium layer has cells arranged in a uniform layer. As a uniform layer. This epithelial tissue or epithelium is not having intercellular spaces because there are little bit of gaps between. These are compactly arranged cells, epithelium cells. When there is a little bit of gap between the cells, immediately that gap is being filled by non-living intercellular matrix or intercellular substances, so that the intercellular spaces are absent in epithelium. The epithelial cells intercellular matrix means non-living substance. Filled between the cells. Now, because of presence of intercellular matrix in that little bit of gaps or small gaps, intercellular spaces are absent. It means that intercellular matrix is present, so intercellular spaces are absent in epithelium or epithelial tissue. Epithelium does not have intercellular spaces. Because of absence of these intercellular spaces, the blood vessels, lymph and the blood capillaries, they cannot penetrate into epithelium. Because of absence of intercellular spaces, blood capillaries or lymph vessels or blood vessels cannot penetrate into epithelium. These epithelial cells have nucleus. So we will just see small diagrammatic representation of these epithelial cells. This is nucleus. Here is present the basement membrane, which is divided into two different layers, that is basal lamina and fibrous lamina. And later here at the base will be present connective tissues. So how epithelial tissues will get nourishment? By the process of diffusion. So this is nerves. These are blood vessels. This is epithelium. This is nucleus. No. This part is basement membrane, this middle one. So this one is basal lamina, which is made up of glycoproteins. It is towards the epithelium. This part is fibrous lamina. It is made up of mucopolysaccharides, which is towards the connective tissue. And these mucopolysaccharides are in the form of hyaluronic acid. So this mucopolysaccharide is secreted by connective tissues. So both of them combinedly are called basement membrane. Nervous tissue, which are connected up to the base part of the epithelium, they generate and they bring impulses. Blood vessels will bring the nutrients. So blood vessels supply in both gaseous exchange and also nourishment. Between epithelium and connective tissue is located the basement membrane. This basement membrane, it is of two different parts. One is basal lamina, upper one, which is towards epithelium. Second one is fibrous lamina, which is towards connective tissue. These both basal lamina and fibrous lamina together constitute one basement membrane. Now, we'll write the chemical composition. Basal lamina made of glycoproteins. Even fibrous lamina also has glycoproteins, but very less in number. This fibrous lamina made of mucopolysaccharides. These mucopolysaccharides are secreted from the matrix of the cells in connective tissues. So we will write here one more point. Mucopolysaccharide is in form of hyaluronic acid secreted from matrix of connective tissue. Connective tissue cells. And what is use of this hyaluronic acid form in the fibrous connective tissue? Hyaluronic acid is used to synthesize collagen fibers.